Welcome back to another episode of Arnold's Thoughts Podcast. It's your boy Arnold, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the grind. So, when I talk about the grind, I'm talking about this perception of what we believe playing this game is like. Like, what do you believe is necessary to make it to the next level as a pro, as a professional, on any pro stage? What do you believe it takes to make it to that next level? And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's called the grind. You know, when you talk to players that's been 9 years in, like I am, I'm on my 9th season. You're talking about guys that's been 10 years in, 12 years, 18 years in the game, 20 years. It's called a grind for a reason, because it's rough, it's tough, it's a lot of just, you ever put two things and just grind them together, and it's just a hard process that you just got to go through. I just want to know, what does that look like to the average player that wants to make it to this level? This episode of Arnold's Thoughts Podcast is sponsored by Boldclaims Apparel. Bold Claims. It's not just a statement, it's a lifestyle. Click the link in the bio and shop their latest apparel today. Back to the episode. What is the process that you take to get to this level? Do you know what the grind looks like to you? Do you know what it takes to make it? I'm telling you, it is called a grind for a reason. And it doesn't just come by just being lackadaisical or, I do the bare minimum. That's not going to work. Not in this situation, not in this life, not in this field of what you want as a professional hooper, as a professional player. You have to really understand the grind. Like, what does that really mean? Like, really understand the grind. Like, what time do you get up to go work out? You know, what is your workout schedule looking like? What time do you eat? What are you doing to study the game on your downtime? What are the things who are you learning from? What is your daily intake of the game that's going to help you get better? I don't think these questions are really answered with enough emphasis on them to progress and have longevity, I should say. That's why I like to talk about me and my situations of what the grind like, what 9 years in the game looks like, the type of grind that it takes to be in this game. I started playing when I got out of school, 2014. 2012 I graduated. 2013 I left school and I didn't get a job. 2014, a whole year later, I got invited to a camp and made a team in Mexico. Was playing 2 weeks, cut. First gig, real gig to play, cut. Went to another country, did my thing, went to another country, got cut within the first 5 days. It's a grind. This is in 1 year. Not even a full year. This is half of a season. I went to my first team that I got contracted on, 2 weeks, got cut. Went to another team, played that season. The coach, the owner ran out on us. They almost put a hit out on the team. Went to another country, got cut again in 5 days. This is all within a 6-month period of time. The grind. This game is a grind if you want it. If you want to play this game, you got to understand what comes along with it. I've heard so many situations of guys that they've been playing, and their first situation was $800, no food money, one flight back, and they had to live in a 1-bedroom with only cold water. That's what the process looks like. This is why it's called a grind. I don't ever hear anything that just said like a grind is something easy. It's soft. It's sweet. It makes me feel good. Grind anything together, and it's just a rough process that you gotta fight and fight and fight to just get through and just make it. And when I say make it, I mean just living out your dream of playing the game. There's so much that comes to this. That's why I want to know, like, what does a grind look like to you? Like, how much do you want it? I think I seen a clip of that Adam Sandler movie when there was, what's it called? I can't remember. I haven't really watched it. But that when he was like, do you love this game? Do you want this game? Do you know what is required of you? Do you know the grind that is required of you to play this game? Because it's going to be a grind. It's a grind in life, and it's a grind on the court, and it's a grind for the whole season. It's just a non-stop. I believe I've had good seasons. I had great times, but the grind never stops. I've won 7 championships. The grind don't stop. The grind does not stop at all. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The grind is getting married overseas. The grind is not being able to see your daughter because she lives in a different country and you're trying to get a visa for her to come to your country. And then you got to go and play and perform. The grind is losing your grandma while you're in the middle of a playoff game. How do you fight through these types of situations to be able to continuously play the game that you say that you love, the game that we love and we cherish and we want to hold on tight to, and we live in the dream and everybody screaming our name and we having fun, and it's a grind. 9 years in the game has been an absolute grind every single step of the way. You have to make a committed decision that I'm going to get. You're not even to the game. You got to stay committed to the grind. I am making a committed decision to stay committed to the grind. I will do what is required of me to grind this thing out, to just squeeze out as much as I can possibly have from this game of basketball of being a pro. It's literally understanding the intangibles you must have on a daily basis to be a pro. Getting up, getting your shots up, working on your free throws, working on your weak points, studying film, extra study film, extra shots up, with nobody telling you to do it. See, that's the part where people get mistaken. Ain't nobody forcing you to do these things. Once you make it to the pro level, this ain't like college where they're going to jump on your head. Hey, you ain't coming to practice and you need to get to practice. We got weights and we got this and we got... No. It's all on you. You have to get up and go get those shots up. You have to get up and go put in that extra work. You have to get up and say, you know what? I need to go do some more study on film session because this team that we got coming up is a very good team and we need to really be locked in. Every game. That is a grind. It'd be the little tedious things that you have to do that makes all the difference. That's why it's such a grind. I was in the gym today talking with one of my best friends. We came out of school together. We both came in. We've been playing the same amount of years, and we was just talking about that today. It's just like the grind is me right now in the gym, putting up shots. After I went to the weight room, after I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and ran 3 miles, and then after later on in the day, go hit the gym again and work out again. It's a grind, man. If you're not committed to that grind, you might as well hang it up right now. If you're not committed to the grind and fall in love with it, the tedious, the most the annoying things, it's just that's what makes it so hard. And it's so not even hard, it just makes it so difficult. It's because it's so tedious. The small things. You know how they say Kobe fell in love with the intangibles, the basics. The basics are boring. Getting up and doing the same thing, the basics, and really drilling in really drilling in the fundamentals of the game that you need to be successful is a grind. It is a grind, but you got to fall in love with that. You got to fall in love with that grind. Because the mental aspect that you must have in order to withstand and keep up with that grind, it has to go to another level. It has to go to another level. How do you get your mentality prepared for the grind? You got to get mentally prepared for the grind to deal with the grind. Yeah, I don't think we really understand that aspect, that you really have to get mentally prepared and prepare yourself mentally for the grind. Then grind. You have to get mentally prepared for the grind to have what you want in this game. Because we always pay attention to just the basketball, putting the ball in the basket, my crossover, my step back, my athleticism, I'm done. I'm sorry, but that's not what it is. That's not what we're here for. We're here to construct this right here to be mentally tough. I think I was just listening to the motivational speaker, E.T. Thomas. You know how, if y'all listen to my videos, I love E.T. because he's the best. He's the best. He's number one. Anybody I follow, they have to be the best in their field. I need to learn from the best. And they only talk about the grind and the mental toughness you must have in order to be at the top. I don't think nobody plays the game just to be like, I just playing. Like, okay, if that's the case, you might as well go to the YMCA and you might as well go to the rec and play there. Because the mental toughness that you must have in order to deal with the grind of playing the game overseas, playing professionally, is tough. Your life don't stop. Like I said, grandma died. Game don't stop. Divorce. Game don't stop. Father died. Game don't stop. The grind. That's a grind. Mentally. Mental toughness. The mentality that I had to have. The mental toughness that I had to accumulate and adopt and grow into to be able to even be successful. If the more successful you is in the game, the more that you have to grind. The more you have to grind, because it's over with. One snap of the finger, one injury, one mishap at home, you go to court, you miss it. I know guys that was in the middle of a season or had to come to a season, but they had to go to jail because of child support. Now you just lost the contract. Now you just lost the opportunity. It's over with. The grind. Now, if you want to get back, these are just some of the things that goes along with being a professional player. It is a grind. We must adopt a mental toughness to be able to withstand these things. In our field, we're talking about this world. To be a pro, you have to have that mental toughness that pushes you over the edge to deal with what comes along with life and this game. I can sit here and talk all day about so many different avenues that you're going to have to deal with, but we're just going to stick to the grind right now. We're just going to stick to just the basics of, hey, mentally, let's get prepared mentally for this. It's not even always going to the gym. Sitting down, let's sit down and meditate on what's the process that I need to do to be able to be successful, to be able to compete at a high level. I don't believe that anything you do, you shouldn't do at a high level. And if you're planning on doing it for a long time at a high level, there's a certain mental toughness that you must accumulate, because life is going to come at you at all different angles and push buttons and break you down and knock you over and hit you upside the head and stomp you while you're down. You're going to get to a team. You're going to be there for 5 days and they're going to cut you. And then they'll blackball you and then you probably won't ever go back to that country again. Do you have what it takes to keep going? Are you going to grind your way back to be able to just say, I don't care what they say, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to make it back, and I'm going to play this game, and I'm going to be great, and I'm not going to let nobody stop me in it? Are you mentally prepared for that? Are you ready for that? This game is a grind. I will come back and do another segment of just my personal 9-year grind. Heartbreak. after heartbreak after heartbreak. I think playing this game, I've had my heart broken in so many different ways. It's crazy. We don't talk about the heartbreaks of the game. We just see the highlights. But we don't talk about the heartbreaks of the game to get through it, man. That is a grind to be able to get through that, man. I'm sorry, but if you thought it was just all lights, camera, action, showtime, let's get it here first. We must cultivate this mentality first to prepare ourselves for the grind to come. That's all I got for you guys today. We're going to have another segment of this, and we're going to really dive deep into what the grind is like. What the grind is really like. Till next time.